Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Monday, June 3rd, and this is my analysis of the Euro-US dollar, starting on the monthly, working my way down to the 1 hour time frame for the full top-down analysis. So on the Euro dollar, I'm definitely still looking at this as either a running flat wave C or an expanding flat wave C. If it's a running flat wave C, it's likely to go up around the 100% Fibonacci extension. If it's an expanding flat, it's more likely to go up to the 178 or the 161 Fibonacci extension. Either way, I don't think it's that important to know as of yet because either way should lead to a big trend on shorter time frames. Heading down to the weekly time frame, I still think this is the end of a wave 2 right here. That makes this 5 waves up right here, wave 1 of 3. I think that makes this a WXY of wave 2. And I think this is still very, very likely on these very high time frames like the weekly and monthly and daily even to continue to make higher highs, higher lows for the wave 3. So keeping all this in mind, let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, ever since we ended this correction back here, which I think is a 2 of 3, and this over here is the end of a wave 5, which is a 1 of 3, I think we are now in that wave 3. And I think anything we're seeing is just subdivisions of that wave 3. It looks to me like we already have the end of a correction on the daily, and if that is the end of a correction, then you would think that this would actually still continue to trend up. Now maybe it is a wave 5, like this is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Maybe it goes up one more time and then ends up making a much bigger correction. Or what I think is more likely is that this is all just subdivisions of this wave 3 and that it will just continue to make those higher highs and higher lows. Heading down to the 4 hour time frame is where I got my Fibonacci retracement on the last impulsive move up. I'm still convinced that this down here is likely the end of a correction. If that is the end of a correction, this move down that we're currently seeing should be a correction to this last move up. We do have some pretty decent dollar news this afternoon in the New York session. If it ends up looking like this prior to the dollar news, then I would say that there's a very good likelihood that the dollar news today is going to cause the end of a correction and probably the continuation of this big wave 3 trend. So taking it down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, like I was just explaining, I personally think this is the end of a correction back here. Now I do see that this is 1, 2, 3 waves up, and there is definitely a possibility that this could even turn into a 1, a 2, and it could even turn into a wave 3. Definitely possible because of the 3 waves up. But because of what I see on the very high time frames, like the daily, weekly, and monthly time frames, I do believe that we are in a big wave 3. And if this really is a big wave 3, then that means this move down is very likely to be a correction to just this last move up, which is why I got my Fibonacci retracement on there. If we do see 3 waves down, A, B, and C, and like I said, we do have some pretty big dollar news coming out today, so if this is sitting at the 61 or the 78% at the news, then I would say that this is very likely to start continuing the uptrend. It could make its way down to the 78%, or it could continue to hold at the 61.8, either scenario. If this makes 3 waves down and impulsive up, then I'm going to take it as a long opportunity for the continuation of what I think is still a big wave 3 on the much longer time frames. So don't forget to check out my free Discord channel, which is linked down here to the left. And don't forget to check out my website if you'd like to get access to my swing trade setups and my daily live trading sessions. As always, thank you and happy trading.